What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise. I'm ready to go around the block in full EV power in this 24 plug-in hybrid CX-90. So let's jump in. More garbage. Well, as we crank it in, we're on normal mode and it defaults to EV. Well, I've only got 4 miles on the charge. I didn't realize that it was had been used so much, but we'll make the most out of it. And I can scroll through to EV mode, but I'm gonna leave it in normal, and we're gonna drive EV for the majority of the way until we expense those 4 miles. And so here we go. I know some of you have commented about that tone that you hear on the outside for the reverse. I don't think you can turn that off, but it is something that's nice when you're in EV mode because the engine's not running, that people standing around you know that you're in reverse or backing up, and gives you a little bit more of a notice on that. Got the 5 o'clock rush hour traffic. And if you can see this screen, one of the new features is the front crossing. You can see that it's notifying me as these cars are coming by here, which is pretty neat that this technology is getting to that point. There they are. There's the notification as I was moving forward. So we're in EV mode here, driving in just the electric motor, which of course on this one has more power than the larger motor, larger battery than on your 6-cylinder. And so we are up to 46 miles per hour. Turn the cruise control off. I didn't realize it would turn that eye active sense off. Coming down at 45 miles per hour. We're going to get into this other lane here. And we have this set on when charging it going to 90%, which is what Mazda recommends. And so that's right at, I believe, 20 miles of EV range. And you can see we're going highway speeds here at in EV, and this is in normal mode. So when we get, we'll see what happens, but when we run out of charge, the engine will kick on. Let my foot off the throttle, it goes into charge mode. And since I am at 4 miles, what I could do is turn on the charge mode right here by the shifter knob and see if it would be enough to regain anything while I'm driving here. I think that only would work though with the engine running, not just the electric motor. So this is a very smooth and enjoyable ride here with you know, no real feeling of the engine or anything like that. You can just feel the smooth acceleration. Just gonna coast a little bit downhill here and let it charge a little bit. And you can definitely tell a difference in the braking with the regenerative braking. Just the feel of it's a little bit different. Give it a little bit of go here. Well, I gave it so much acceleration it clicked off the EV mode, so that was kind of expected. So you can see over here as I accelerate that we're picking up power from the see the boost that clicked on from the motor, and that's really feeling like a turbo boost or a turbocharge. we're running with the engine now. We're gonna go just around a little bit. Got into the boost range again. So in normal mode, it's toggling back. I'm in EV now, so in theory, that engine is now turned off with the I-stop, and it doesn't notify me of that. I've got 3 miles left of EV range, but I'm in EV range. As long as I don't accelerate too strong, it'll probably just stay in EV mode, and coasting downhill, of course, it goes into charge. Still holding at 3 miles of EV range, giving just a little bit of acceleration here. And I'm up to about 1.2 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm gonna turn left up here and get out on the highway. There's someone trying to pull out in front of me, it looks like. Here. I'm in EV mode still, 20 miles an hour. I'm gonna take it just a little slow over this railroad track. About 20 miles an hour there. While we're driving this, I'm going to go ahead and toggle down into EV mode. And you could see the colors change here on the instrument panel, which this instrument panel, this 12.3-inch cluster, digital cluster, is standard on all plug-in hybrids. So in EV mode now, I'm going 45 miles an hour. There's my little S-curve fun right here. This feels great in this CX-90. You feel a little bit of a lean as you're going in, but not near as much if it didn't have the suspension tuning and the kinematic posture control. Down to 2 miles of electric range now. Got up to 48 miles per hour. I do want to really get this out on the highway here, the main highway. Down to 1 mile of EV range. And I could have checked it before we decided to take a test drive, but was thinking that the weather was going to pick up and be bad, so I kind of last minute just hopped out here. Very quiet, very smooth. Looks like I can go on the inside here. All right, I'm pretty much flooring it here, and it's just a gradual acceleration, but here I am at 55. And now it's giving me the boost here. Up, and there we lost it. EV mode canceled, so I've used all that juice in acceleration. So when it drops down, when I'm coasting into charge mode, it actually is toggling on the EV and kind of kicking the motor off. I'm going to engage this charge mode. We've got a lot of people. And it's asking if I want to change the target level, and I don't want to, so I'm just going to let that be. Everybody's in a hurry to get home, it seems. I'm just going to turn around right here. I hope between this braking and driving in charge mode that we can pick up another mile. I think I'm going to go ahead here. And so this is just the 4-cylinder driving right now. And it feels shifting fine, but you can definitely tell that it's a non-turbo 4-cylinder on this size vehicle. I got up to 65 there. Of course, going uphill didn't help either. That is the beauty of the plug-in hybrid, though. You don't have to have range anxiety, a term that I've become familiar with here in the last few months. Because especially with the 20-mile range that this has, that wouldn't give you much unless you're just really driving around town. I am curious how long in charge mode it would take between braking and everything to get back up to 1 mile of range in the EV. I don't know that I'll get there on the way back to the dealership. And I believe with this charge mode on, it will not go into EV mode because it's designed to allow the engine to recharge. Oh, there's a CX-5 behind me. Looks like a carbon edition. Is that a Mazda Tribute in front of me? Boy, we're just surrounded by Mazdas. Fantastic. So I think this Tribute's not going to let me go much towards or above the speed limit, which is fine. As we're coasting down, we have more options of charging over here. Because I'm quite a bit heavier than the Tribute and the CX-5. One thing that's really neat is, although we've expensed the EV, I haven't changed any range in the combined. So it was showing 40 miles based on the level of gas that we have. And although we went through all 4 miles or 5 miles is where we started of the electric range and been driving in gas for some time now, I haven't changed that 40-mile range at all. That's pretty interesting. And this vehicle right now has 46 miles on it, but we are averaging 22.4 miles per gallon, and that just went up. So if we didn't race it and drove it as I normally drive, we would probably easily get to that 25 before too long. I'm still in charge mode over here and driving in normal mode. I haven't seen any add to the mileage, the EV mileage or battery. And I haven't logged exactly how far I've driven, but if we expense roughly 4 miles, I think I'm probably somewhere in the gas mode. I'm probably somewhere around 2 miles now. But this vehicle is just so fun to drive. Handles great, very comfortable. Of course, this Premium Plus does have all the amenities. The 4-cylinder with the boost from the battery is very impressive. And you can hear a different sound, of course, with this 4-cylinder than you can the inline 6. I am curious, because I haven't really been paying attention with the EV modes, if I could notice the transition in the low gears like we can on the inline 6. It's showing an EV mode right now, so I think it must have enough power to power these auxiliary features. And then as soon as I let my foot off the brake, the gas engine kicked right back on. So I was already rolling, of course, but it was pretty responsive. But it's very labored in just the 4-cylinder. I do think, you know, you definitely need to keep the battery up so that you can get that boost of performance. The inline 6 really makes it hard to drive the speed limit on the boulevard here, which is 40. This one, it's a different feel. I mean, it's almost like I've got to really stomp it to, I'm at 45 right now, 44, but that torque and horsepower on that inline 6, I really have to watch it. This one though, it's just an everyday drive for the most part. But I can enjoy myself in this plug-in hybrid. Like I said, you've got to keep some energy in the battery there so that you can have that boost when you really need it. And just the fact of low speed EV mode would be beneficial, I think. So we just finished up about another 4 miles, turning in here at the dealership. I'm definitely gonna have to drive this some more after I can charge it. I'll charge it tomorrow, and it takes about an hour and a half or so to get to well, 80%, so maybe hour 45 to get to 90%. But if you have any questions or comments, you can always drop them down below or text me at 334-718-0504, and I'll see you on another drive very soon.